custom of the Grecians.
Yeah, and
so, like, say
Timothy's father. Timothy's father. Timothy had the word. We know the slack.
No, go ahead, bro.
But you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Timothy's father clearly was said he was a Greek. And his mother was a Jewess, right? You can read it, yeah?
Acts 16:1. Then came he to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timotheus.
And he has a couple books in this, you know, written to him.
The son of a certain woman, which was a Jewess.
She knew she was an Israelite. Go ahead.
And believed, but his father was a Greek.
But how could he get the word?
If he's not Israel.
If his seed line, because that's why I had him
got a seed line from his mother.
No, the mother don't carry seed.
Women have seed.
No, but he got his heritage, Israelite heritage from his mother.
Yeah.
Wait, here we go.
Numbers 1 and 48.
That's not in the law, bro. That's not in the law.
You gotta have, man has seed.
Sperma is...
This is Numbers chapter 1 and verse...
Like 20 or something?
18.
Salakia.
18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigree after their families by the house of their fathers. According
when you go on a pedigree, you go on a pedigree.
Go ahead.
Now, when you go on a pedigree,
Wait, give me 1 second.
Saved by the bell.
If you can receive it, the apostles just went into how when they said he was from a different the word meant tribe.
Yeah.
I can't think of the word that they use in Acts 10.
Alosphilus.
Yeah, alosphilus. Yeah.
Which means alos means I think alos is another, and then phulos or phula is a tribe.
Yeah.
So basically, like another tribe.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
But we're gonna hit this right here in Numbers where you talk about the
pedigree.
I know it's with Greek. I know that verse very well.
Yeah, basically your mother doesn't determine your nationality. It goes by your father because he carries.
That's not exactly what that said.
Okay, what does it say?
Yeah, make it say something else.
It was determined by the pedigree of their father, but it doesn't say that it can't be from the pedigree of their mother.
Okay, so what other scripture could you substantiate?
Well, it says the spirit is what verifies the child of Israel, the child of God, in Romans.
I'm saying, what scripture could you use to indicate that your nationality is determined by your mother?
We can get Matthew 1 and 1, and it tells you
the lineage,
the whole lineage of Yahushua. And it's all men on the whole list. It's no women. So it's showing you.
You can go into the Chronicles.
It's showing you that the seed line goes to your father. The seed line from King David to Solomon is the same seed line that went from them all the way to Joseph to Yahushua.
If you're a farmer, if you does the soil dictate what that fruit or what that tree is going to be, or does that seed dictate what that tree is going to be?
The seed.
Exactly, the seed. It's the same thing. You plant an orange seed in any city or any country is going to be. It's all through the spirit, bro.
Argument you guys have right there. From what he said.
It's all through the spirit, bro.
Remember, we could give you scriptures to back up.
I didn't come up with that.
I learned it from the fact that I've just heard that scripture with that example he just used maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of sunk in when I heard it mentioned, put it like that.
So we can move on from that, right?
Yeah, you can move on from that.
What was you at?
I was just reading that Numbers. I read it already. So,
just to nail it home.
I got some documentation dealing with Jews in the Roman army to prove that Israelites were actually serving the Romans. They actually had positions in the Roman military. Okay, and you had a man by the name of Tiberius Julius Alexander, and he's the one that helped the Romans take down and fight Jake during the time of the besieging of Jerusalem. that was an Israelite, a so-called black man.
Helping
the Edomites, the Romans, yes.
Just like today.
You can look him up. You can look up on that history.
What's his name?
Tiberius.
Tiberius Julius Alexander.
Tiberius, wasn't that Caesar's one of his names?
Yeah, that was
During that time, our people spoke Latin.
They had Latin names back then. They had Greek names back then.
Hey, a lot of you read it in
Man, look,
the Acts, they have
I look at y'all, man. I'm like in awe of y'all. So let's not try to act like you got to show me, because I'm like listening. I'm not trying to teach. I'm learning.
Right,
So, you know,
but you're asking questions.
Right,
And our job is to answer.
right. And he made that point with the best way. I was gonna argue that one because I read that Bible over and over, and I haven't seen where it says.
Well, we can go into the whole devout thing and go into the book that you're talking about it. And it shows you that only the Israelites were devout. You know, it tells you in the Bible itself that only the Israelites were devout.
Yeah.
But he was devout. But and it said Jews in Jerusalem.
He
devout.
never said he was an Israelite though.
You don't need to say it. He said he was devout. And one that believed it, and that was feared the Most High.
Was going through fear.
And that had a good report among the Jews.
Yeah.
But they were up there prophesying against the Roman
Well, I know
Empire.
he had big respect for the Israelites, so maybe he was an Israelite. I mean,
and then Noah's a Cohen that was just on
paid
TV.
tithes to
He
the Israelites. He paid alms to him. He didn't.
was keeping a custom.
But why was he be paying alms to him?
It was a custom. He was keeping a custom.
So if he wasn't an Israelite, what nation was he?
So you saying he's an Edomite?
He's a Roman?
But we went into
I see where you said that one.
Hey, that was
So where's the road? Where's the word Rome
You're not
come
watching
from?
enough GMS, bro. We definitely don't teach that Cornelius was a Roman.
Well, I haven't been watching y'all lately.
Hey, bro,
That's what happens.
Chicago has not been talking about this subject.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
look
used
up
to
their
watch y'all
videos.
religiously just as well.
You look up their videos.
Lately, I kind of like.
They'll teach you exactly. They'll tell you exactly what we're teaching.
Chicago going to air.
Chicago, they teach you every subject.
Yeah, but they haven't been talking about that lately. I'm telling you. And not lately.
How long you been watching? How long you been
I've
knowing
been
you're
watching
Israelite?
GMS Chicago for over a year.
When did you start watching that?
I'm sure it's
I
video.
watched y'all right around the same time. I kind of stumbled across y'all, stumbled across Louisiana, because I was in Louisiana at the time. And it's one in North Carolina, one in Louisiana, it's GMS all over, I just found out it stands for Great Millstone. I had no idea. People were, what does GMS stand for? I don't know. Finally I heard somebody say Great Millstone. I said, oh, it's GMS, Great Millstone. Okay. So I mean, I kind of fell off into HOI lately.
Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And what about that account? I believe it's in the book of Acts also. When they showed up at the house, and it was all like confusion of faces in there, basically.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, man, nah, they believe. Those was Israelites. That's when the dream that was coming to fruition that Peter had.
You talking about when it came out of when that vision came down?
Oh, you talking about the Peter vision?
It was the vision,
Yeah,
but
the
when
vision.
he showed up at the house.
And the vision, the reason why the Lord had him have that vision was because he was going to be sent to Cornelius. That's the reason why the Lord gave him that vision.
It had nothing to do with food.
It had nothing to do with food. The Christian church interpreted to say, the Lord gave him a dream to let him know, you can eat pork now, you can eat shrimp now.
Yeah, but Peter didn't actually eat it.
He didn't even eat it. No, he didn't.
He denied it anyway. Yeah.
So, if you understand the vision, then you'll understand the scenario about Cornelius.
Right.
Okay, that dream was about receiving the uncircumcised Israelites. The Israelites that were basically in a Gentile state of mind.
And it was important that he got the dream because Paul was sent to those.
But if you were looking at a Gentile, you could tell, an Israelite, you could tell from looking at them, unless you're dealing with Hamites.
That's not true. That's not true.
I was doing that yesterday. Tom Jones.
Gone.
You going to some other great.
Yep.
Blake Griffin is a prime example. I was going to bring it up about the Cornelius. He did a commercial for Kia that he said, I am Cornelius. Go look that up. The Kia commercial I forgot the name of the car, but it was Blake Griffin. He said Iron Cornelius. Now, is he a J?
Hey, Tina Marie.
Blake Griffin? I don't know. I don't know who his father is.
Google his father. Somebody about
His father
is darker than every brother up here.
It's not a brother.
So he would be a J then, right?
Right. But it's not about the skin color. His son.
Well, you can look at Blake Griffin and tell that he's black. I mean,
but what about his son?
You can see by the way he played.
Yeah.
Ain't no Edomites or no Moabites jumping that high.
Out the gym.
Yeah, the way he played basketball, the way
Look at
he
this is
looked,
Blake Griffin's father right there.
That's his father.
That's his father and his mother.
Right there. Now Google his son. Google Blake Griffin's son.
Oh, okay.
God.
They know.
They know, yeah.
Somebody get his son. Then we're going to pull this scripture. Matter of fact, while you're doing that, read that scripture.
This is 1 Samuel, chapter 16, verse 7. But the Lord said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused it. For the Lord seeth not as men see it. For men look it on the outward appearance, but the Lord looketh on the heart.
That's the reason why he told, talking about Cornelius, that's why the angel told Cornelius, your arms are accepted before the Lord. And basically he's acknowledging his prayers because his heart was with the Lord. But he had to serve under the Roman army. So, of course, when you serving up under the Romans, you got to kind of take on the Roman way of life, so to speak. So when you look at Cornelius, he probably didn't have a beard on his face, which the custom of Israel is we're supposed to keep our beards on our face. But you see Jake in the police academy serving in the military. They got the unlawful haircuts, no hair on their face. You know, but those are Israelites.
I was in the military when I woke up to this truth. I couldn't keep no beard. I had to push paperwork so I can get out, so I can grow my beard and do the work.
And you have to imagine, so the Israelites that were real strict about the law, if they saw Cornelius and the fact that he actually is serving in the Roman army, that's a heathen right there. He ain't one of us. That's how those Israelites were looking at him.
They were heathens back then anyway. They pretty much congregated with the Romans.
Those were the known
on the tree.
Those were those dark-skinned Israelites, those Jews that knew that they were Israel, the remain ones that said, nah, crucify. Let the murderer go, Barabbas.
Yeah.
Like those were think about that.
Those are deep modern day Christians, if you ask me.
If you go into if you go into
more like the Pharisees.
Right. If you go into the Romans the 11th chapter, it breaks it down. Right?
I break down the 11th chapter through myself.
Right. But so you can see that there was a wild olive tree also, right? Some basically
Apostle Paul made the separation in the 11th chapter from the Gentiles, the Hellenist Gentiles from the Israelite Gentiles.
What does the word Hellenist mean? What does the word Hellenist mean?
It means like Gentiles
a Greek-speaking Jew.
Yeah, Greek-speaking Jew.
So that's what Cornelius was.
That was Timothy's father.
Timothy's father. So they.
Wait, what?
Helen.
Are you talking about Timothy's father?
That's a Timothy's.
Timothy's, But they were living in that time under their rule, and they took on over time. After I don't know how long was the Roman rule, like 300 years. 400 years. So after time, you're going to adopt those customs, and it's like if I have a son and he adopts the custom of the Romans, and his son, they'll know nothing about the customs of Israel. Go ahead, bro.
Look in the time Antiochus Epiphanes. You know, when he declared that all Israel have to consent under the Greek law, and if you didn't, then they would kill you. So what? Israelites started to hearken unto the Grecian law just to live. You know.
They burned all our books, so we wouldn't know anything about our heritage. You know, during that time, they killed our babies if we were circumcising our children. So they cut us off from our customs the same way they did here in Babylon, America. See what I'm saying?
Let's hit Cornelius real quick, and then we can. If you got any more questions for us, we answer, and because we about to about to close out.
We're going to continue.
Wait, could you read this right quick in Maccabees 1?
Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees, chapter. First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed to the commandment of the king. Yet many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
Yeah, so they gave up the customs of Israel. How about some outside that Moses gave us?
It's like in Daniel, you know, they gave up all of our customs and started bowing down.
Because we were in captivity.
Same with it here.
But previous to this moment, most of them allowed us to keep some of our laws and customs. Because we knew we were still the Israelites, Jews, or whatever tribe, whatever. You know, the Syrians wasn't too bad on us. The Persians and the Medes wasn't too bad. The Babylonians wasn't too bad as far as taking our heritage from us. Now with our heritage completely stripped, and it started this time all the way up to present. So imagine even now, but even in that time was a long time that it was stripped away. You know, that's 3, 4, 5, 100 years.
100 years.
You know, to where so you do that many people. You know, the great-grandchildren, the great-great-grandchildren, whatever it is at that point, if everybody lived 100 years, you know. But now, you don't remember no more. That was the point.
This is Acts 10 and 1. There was a certain man of Caesarea called Cornelius, a centurion of the band called the Italian band, a devout man, and one that feared the Most High with all his house.
That was a description of the inner man right there, a devout man and one that feared the Most High with all his house.
See, the only thing that have people determine why Cornelius is an Edomite is because he's a part of the Italian band. They automatically think, oh, he was Italian, oh, he was a Roman, oh, he was a white boy. But there were Israelites all throughout. That's why Apostle Paul wrote a book called the Book of Romans. Because that was a letter, epistle to the church that was in Rome. Because there was Israelites everywhere.
That makes sense.
1 and 7.
Romans 1 and 7. Yeah. Hebrews 13 and 23.
No, because we're talking about Rome, that's why I want that one to
Come.
Romans.
Hebrews as well.
Romans chapter 1, verse 7, and it reads, to all that be in Rome, beloved of Yahweh, called to be saints, grace to you and peace from Yahweh our Father and the Lord Yahweh Shai.
So he addressed them as, not only he called them beloved, but also saints. The saints, we all know, are the Israelites. You read Psalms, is at 148:14. That's who the saints are. So that's how you know that those Romans in the church were actually Israelites. Okay? Get that. Hebrews 13. Yeah.
This is Hebrews 13 and 24. Salute all them that have the rule over you, and all the saints.
All the saints, the Israelites, right?
They of Italy salute you.
They of Italy.
Italian band, Italy.
Rome, Italy. All right, so there's Israelites all over Italy. That's why you had, when you read Acts the 18th chapter, Tiberius Caesar, he banished all the Jews out of Rome because there was so many camps that was set up, and it was basically preaching the gospel of Yahweh Shai, and it was a nuisance to the Roman Empire. So he had all the Israelites. He expelled them out of Rome. You know.
You read that book of Acts, man, it breaks it all down.
One of the books that I don't go through that much.
That's a tough book. Acts is tough. Acts is not an easy book, man. There's a lot was going on.
Maybe that's why I don't go through it.
It's a hard book. Genesis, the beginning of Genesis is tough. Revelation is real tough.
The breakdown